Planning for a better and safer retirement, Saturdays at 9 a.m. on Ocala's News Talk, The Source 96.3 FM and 1370 AM.
All right, 25 minutes before 8 o'clock. Nice looking, very nice looking Friday morning, right? Just nice looking. 72 degrees. Same temperature as the Rainbow and the Silver River, right? The two rivers. There is free fishing this weekend and next weekend.
Yep.
What that means is you don't need to buy a fishing license. Let me see, where is it? There are 4 license-free fishing days, 2 this weekend and 2 next weekend. This weekend is the one for
saltwater.
This is saltwater. Thank you. Saltwater recreational fishing license requirements are waived, and then next weekend, freshwater fishing recreational licenses are waived. However, you still have to abide by. Let me make sure I understand this right. The bag limits. Mm-hmm. The seasons, you can't catch a fish out of season, and the size restrictions.
Yep.
See, this is the thing that I would have always been violating, and I would have been doing it ignorantly or innocently, or however you want to say it. When I used to take the kids fishing, we would go to Cedar Key, they would cast their lines, they'd pull in a fish.
Yeah.
I had no idea whether it was oversized, undersized. I had no idea if it was out of season, You know
Yes.
what my favorite season for fishing is paprika. No, I'm teasing. I think I like tartar sauce. That's not considered a season, though, is it?
I don't know.
All right, so go to myfwc.com/license if you want to know about this. myfwc.com/license.
Yep. Thank you, Governor Scott.
The governor.
Yes, he
did. The governor did that. Here's an interesting story. I was going to talk about the Bruce Jenner thing, wasn't I?
Yes,
but first,
the seahorses.
The seahorses. But hold on, let me just do a few other things.
Okay.
Listen to this. A selfie photograph helped us, America, and in fact, it was a U.S. Air Force base here in Florida, destroy a command post for ISIS or ISIL, whatever you want to call them.
Wow.
Are you ready for this? The U.S. Air Force in Florida keeps tabs on social media accounts and online forums because that's where they might find some evidence of something about to go awry. Mm-hmm. And it paid off, at least according to the story that was told recently. It was a post on social media to bombs on target in less than 24 hours. That's what it said. That was from U.S. Air Force General Hawk Carlisle. He made that statement at an Air Force Association breakfast in Washington, D.C. on June 1st. He said a surveillance group was combing through social media one day and saw, quote, some moron standing at his command in a photo, and he posted this on an open forum bragging about the command and control capabilities for Daesh ISIL. I don't know what that is. Daesh, and then ISIL, as in ISIS. Mm-hmm. About 22 hours later, they had located the building in the photo, which they described as a valuable ISIS command post. They sent 3 joint direct attack munition missiles, and that's all she wrote.
Wow. Nice. That is wonderful.
Wow.
Blow them up and out of the world.
We have no idea what goes on right under our noses.
No, but I'm happy.
Right in our own backyard.
They all need to be blown up.
Right in our own backyard. They need to be taught a lesson, Lucy. All right. And then this interesting story. Scientists have grown a rat limb in a laboratory, and it works.
Wow.
An arm, I guess you would say, 1 foot, a front foot, I believe it was, from a rat. In the latest step towards transplantable bioengineered parts, researchers have built a rat forelimb complete with working blood vessels and muscle fibers.
Nice.
After they transplanted the bio limb into the recipient rat, I wonder if they had to cut off a leg in order to put on a leg.
I bet they did. I bet they took it off.
The blood vessels filled with circulating blood and the muscles flexed with the rat's wrists and the joints in its paws. Mm-hmm. In other words, it worked. For people who have lost a limb, this is unbelievable news.
Great news.
Transplants would help improve the quality of life, of course, but it also means having to take immunosuppressant drugs so that their bodies don't attack the donated parts.
There you go.
That's why, because this story gets more interesting, that's why a lot of research has focused on using a patient's own stem cells to regenerate their own replacement tissues. But what's been missing so far is a matrix, so I guess they call it a matrix or a scaffold, to provide shape and support for growing cells as they become the complex tissues that make up a limb. I guess you have to have some way of supporting it. In my mind, I'm picturing something simple, but it's probably not simple. Anyway, a team led by Massachusetts General Hospital's Harold Ott tried stripping away cells from an existing rat forelimb and then repopulating the remaining matrix with progenitor cells. And that technique, which has already been used, by the way, to build bio-artificial kidneys, livers, hearts, and lungs in animals, is how he was able to build a bio-artificial limb for this rat.
That is cool. That is cool. I'm so glad there are so many smart people out there that are doing great things for others that can help save lives.
Yeah,
Kudos to
limbs
them.
contain muscles, bone, cartilage, blood vessels, tendons, ligaments, and nerves, each of which has to be rebuilt and requires a specific supporting structure called the matrix. The nerves are the trickier part for the scientists because everything else is very mechanical. The nerves are more like electrical, and we don't quite have a grip on that yet. Mm-hmm. However, regrowing nerves is a work that's in progress. There's an online publication called Biomaterials that has a whole article that would just be probably over my head if I tried to read it on the air. A whole article on how scientists are regrowing nerves and understanding how to reconnect nerves that have been severed or deadened, if a nerve has been deadened, like from diabetes.
God bless the scientists. They are miracle workers.
Anyways, isn't that amazing?
It is amazing.
That is amazing.
That's fascinating.
Anyway, so with a bit of stimulation, the muscles of the rat, Paul, getting back to that thing, he was able to move him. The rat was able to move his own paw.
Wow.
I wonder what the rat was thinking. You cut it off, you put it back on.
I know.
Either eat me or get... I don't like this.
Yeah.
What do they think? I wonder if they think anything at all.
Yeah, they probably do. All animals have feelings because they all feel pain.
All right, so let's see. So I posted something on Twitter, and I guess when I post something on Twitter, it automatically goes to Facebook. And so there's a couple of people on Facebook, but mostly on Twitter, who took issue with something I wrote. And this is what I wrote. I wrote, "Science identifies sex by the production of sperm or egg. Ask any seahorse. Still, Jenner is hurting no one. Stop being bullies." All right, that's all I wrote.
It was wonderful.
That's really all I wrote. Okay. So everybody's taking issue. Well, not everybody. Some people get it. But the thing I'm trying to point out is this. I'm not picking on Bruce Jenner. I'm not picking on anybody who has made a decision. I mean, you can judge them if you want to. I'm not trying to be judgmental. I'm just trying to point something out about the word male and the word female.
Yes.
Because we had this argument with this guy who was trying to point out that separating the sexes with two separate bathrooms is an antiquated idea. And I said, well, in whose mind?
Yeah.
And he said, ask the 9,000 people that are transgendered people. 9,000. 9,000. Let's assume that 9,000 is 4,500 men and 4,500 women. That was the figure he used. Mm-hmm. So let's assume, I don't know where he got the figure from, but let's just assume that's a very small number. And I would assume that the majority of women probably don't want a man in their restroom just because he looks like a woman.
Right, exactly.
I would imagine that. And if you are a man who looks like a woman, in to the extent that you basically nobody could tell, then use the stall so nobody knows that you're a man in the woman's room. If you're physically a man. Now, if you tell me that you, in your mind, are not a man, that you are a woman, who am I to argue with you? But I want to tell you what science says. And this is science, so you can't really have an argument with this. Science says the male of the species is the one that passes on his DNA, or genetics through sperm. The female of the species passes on her DNA or genetics through eggs. Sperm male, eggs female, right? Has nothing to do with an appendage or slot B, okay? Has nothing to do with tab A and slot A. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with which half of the species produces which part, okay? The sperm or the egg. I use the seahorse as an example, and maybe not everybody realized this. I guess I presumed wrong. The seahorse with the appendage, with the tab, is actually the female. The seahorse with the slot A is actually the male. I guess most people know this. I don't know. But
No,
some people obviously didn't get this.
Most people don't know that.
So in the seahorse world, and this is my evidence that God is 2 steps ahead of us at all times. I mean, God is trying to show us with this. Isn't it amazing how just because you have the appendage doesn't mean you're male. The production of sperm means you're the male. So in the seahorse world, the egg from the future baby seahorses is injected into the male. And once the egg is in there, then the sperm and the egg get together, and the little baby seahorses develop inside the male. So the male seahorse is the half of the species that becomes pregnant. And then, of course, the little babies come out of the male.
Right.
Right? It's probably the only example in nature, in God's creation, where the male bear the offspring. But it's called the male not because it has the slot A, but because it is the one that produces the sperm. So therefore, whatever you consider yourself, now I think we should discern between sex and gender. I mean, if you are a feminine man, then I guess your gender is feminine. I don't know. I don't know how to do this. But I didn't say it to pick on anybody, and I don't think people should pick on anybody. If you're going to pick on anybody, pick on killers.
Yeah.
I mean, pick on abusers. Pick on people who are hurting other people.
Pedophiles.
I mean, if you can make a case that somebody like Bruce Jenner is hurting somebody, then I'll listen to it. I have a hard time believing you're going to convince me of it. That's what he wants to do. What are you going to do?
He's not hurting anybody.
What are you going to do? But I wasn't bringing it up for that. And the only reason I even brought up Jenner's name in my post was because I thought for sure somebody's going to think I'm making fun of him. And I wasn't. I was basically just saying, look, if you're male, if you're producing sperm, then you're the male, right? And there you go.
Right. Great.
So I didn't understand why people were upset with me. It didn't make any sense at all to me that I would have to even explain this. And in P.S., you want to know something? I'm explaining it to this listening audience, and probably none of them had anything to do with this. So. And I'm not going to go through it because on Twitter you have what 140 characters.
Yeah,
you can't explain it.
No.
There's no way to explain it on Twitter.
No.
And they're not going to care anyway because they've already got their mind made up. It was like the Scientology argument when we had the interview with the Scientology lady, and we gave her time. We were polite to her. We were respectful of her. We disagreed with a couple of things, but ultimately she's to me. Now, I'm not a follower of Scientology, but to me, she seemed awfully nice. And it was the Scientology haters that were the rude ones.
Yeah.
To me. Now, I don't need to be changed. You don't need to change my religion. You don't need to recruit me into anything. And I would advise anybody, don't get recruited into anything. Anything, you know. Think for yourself. But at the same time, she was nice, and if that helped her, who am I to argue with that? Anyway,
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes I think I don't even want to be online anymore. I don't want to do anything with social media anymore.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to do something, you just try and be cute or silly or make an observation, and you know people will jump on you.
There's always
Not
people that do
Facebook
it.
so much as Twitter. Twitter is more of a bad place for me.
More vicious, huh?
For me, personally.
Wow.
I don't really have any trouble really on Facebook, but all right, let's take a little break. I promised you I would tell you how to have the best summer ever. So we'll do that when we come back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Sunshine and some clouds today. A shower or thunderstorm around mainly this afternoon. Our high 85 to 90. Any showers or thunderstorms will die off this evening, and partly cloudy later tonight, low 68 to 72. Partly sunny tomorrow with a shower or thunderstorm, high 85 to 90. A few showers and thunderstorms Sunday with a high of 85 to 90. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Steve Travis.
Loco Graphics would like to invite you to their second location on 200 next to Sonny's Barbecue. They are officially open to help you out with all your sign, vehicle wraps, and printing needs. Visit them and mention this ad for free business cards. Need a logo? We've got you covered. From business cards all the way to menus and flyers. Now 2 locations to better serve you. On Merricamp, half a mile east from Forest High School, and on 200 by Sonny's Barbecue. Loco Graphics, impacting your customers. Like us on Facebook.
I think I sabotaged my efforts to have the best garden in the neighborhood because I told my neighbor about Kenny's Place Nursery, and guess what? Now she has the best garden in the neighborhood, so I got to get down there. And they have some specials going on right now. 4-inch pots of marigolds, 2 for just $1. 3 gallons of night blooming jasmine for $7. And don't forget the Society garlic, a gallon for $3.75. Kenny's Place Nursery is at 7677 Southeast 41st Court here in Ocala. Give them a call at 867-1213 for Kenny's Place.
That was the sound of a tree falling. It could be your tree. You're going to have it trimmed, but never got around to calling Pride Tree Service. It could have fallen in a field, and now all you have to do is call Pride Tree Service, and they'll have it quickly out of the way for a great price. But don't wait until the tree falls. It may not fall in the field. It may hit your car, your house, or worse. So call Pride Tree Service today and avoid all those headaches before they happen. Pride Tree Service, 840-0750. That's 840-0750.
If you've been hearing about the crowded Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill and were worried because you couldn't get in, I've got some good news for you. Seating is now available. While you're there, look up Chef Dave Del Rio. He'll buy you a drink. Now is the time for you to finally see firsthand what your friends are talking about. At Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill, try Chef Dave's tantalizing Louisiana menu. Check out those gorgeous Lakeware sunsets. Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill on beautiful Lakeware. Seating now available.
Putting the local back into radio. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. WOCA News. Variety. Information. Now. Keep your arms and legs on the inside at all times.
The most trusted name in news, Fox News, every half hour, only on 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
WOCA.
All right, 8 minutes before 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Nice looking. Hold on, just take a second and just take this in. Just look at how beautiful it is out there. You live in a beautiful place. All right, how to have the best summer ever. You ready for this?
Yeah.
I got some good ideas. Let's kind of go through these slowly. I want to digest each one of these ideas. I want to expand on one of these ideas. Okay. This is from Travel and Leisure, by the way, the magazine, Travel and Leisure.
Okay.
Get to know your national parks.
Oh.
Get to know your national parks. Mm-hmm. Now, Florida has only one national park. Am I right about that? Is that the Everglades?
Yeah, and John Pennycamp too. I think that's.
Is that a national park? Okay.
Yeah.
But I see. I would expand that to your state parks. I would expand that. I would expand that to your parks.
Yeah.
I mean, every park is not parky, so to speak. Mm-hmm. But get to know your parks. I mean, it is really true. One of the things we discovered with the state parks is that there are boating opportunities. There are hiking opportunities. Do you know we have a couple of waterfalls in Florida? I mean, one of them is like 2 feet tall.
Yeah.
It's on the Swanee River.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing.
You have to hike down to it. And gosh, we should go find that again. We found it on the map, and they didn't allow dogs on that trail, remember?
Yes, that was because it was a park, but it wasn't a state park. It was a city and a county park, and you couldn't go in there with a dog.
Yeah.
Same thing, Marion County.
But there's another waterfall up in the Panhandle. I think way deep in the Panhandle. So anyway, so how to have the best summer. Now, if you were to say today, June 5th, that before the end of the summer, which I don't know, what would you consider the end of the summer? September 1st, maybe? Before Labor Day?
No, maybe October 1st.
October 1st? That's a long summer.
Yeah.
Okay, but if you were to say from now till, and then you pick a date, you could actually do all of these things. And I think you would, and probably do some of them more than once.
Yeah.
So I would say get to know your parks. It says on Travel and Leisure, it says your national parks. I would say Get to know your parks, period. Your state parks, you know.
Yeah.
I like this one. Stay in a stylish seaside inn. That would be nice. Just imagine, like, you know, when you go to where's a good place? Where have I seen one? In Cedar Key. In Cedar Key, they have some nice little cottages for rent right there on the ocean or on the Gulf, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be nice.
Oh, yeah. Those are so charming.
Right? Even in Homosassa Springs, there is a, what's it called again? The Shed? McRae's. It's called McRae's. McRae's place in Homosassa, they've got, and that's not the only one. That's just the one I happen to know the name of. But they've got this cute little resort. I don't know if you call it a resort or a motel, but it's right there on the river in that case.
Yeah, and it's filled. People love staying there.
But the beauty of Florida is you could stay at a seaside inn on the Atlantic coast, you know, watch the sunrise, you know, and then you could change inns, go to the west coast of Florida, go to the Gulf Coast.
Right.
And that same night you can see a sunset.
Right.
You know?
Exactly. That is so beautiful. I've always wanted to do that. Start out on one coast, see the sunrise on the east coast, and then drive to the west coast to see the sunset on the same day.
See, it's like a bucket list thing to do.
Yeah,
that, right?
It is a bucket list.
I've often wanted to do that with the whole country. Because I don't fly across the country much. I've really only done it twice in my life, but I've often thought, wouldn't that be cool to be swimming in Daytona, for example, and because the time is 3 hours earlier, you'll have a 5-hour flight to L.A. or whatever. You could get to Santa Monica Beach by the afternoon, no problem, and you could go swimming in the Pacific on the same day. Just something to say you did.
Yeah, I think that would be amazing.
But in Florida, you could do it with your car. I mean, you could go from the east coast of the state to the west coast, no problem.
Right. Or if you're in the Keys, all you got to do is turn around.
That's right. Just turn around.
Here we are.
Here's another thing you could do to have the best summer ever. Explore a city by bicycle.
Now I love that. I love
that. Is a cool idea.
Yeah.
We sort of kind of did this years ago. We explored Leesburg by bicycle.
Yeah, that was really nice.
We explored Wildwood by bicycle.
Yep.
The
villages, if you call it the city.
We did the villages a little.
Yeah, that was.
Wasn't much of a. It was mostly homes.
Yeah.
You could. Where else? We've never done Cedar Key by bicycle, but that would be another nice one.
Yeah. That would be. Wonderful.
But just explore a city or a bigger city.
We went to Daytona Beach with the bicycle.
What was the one city? Was it St. Petersburg where we saw this guy getting arrested?
Yeah,
we were bicycling. We were bicycling early in the morning.
Yeah.
And we saw this guy getting arrested.
Yeah, that was cool. I like that.
Good morning. You're on the air. Are you there? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let me try this one. Good morning. You're on the air.
Hi. Morning.
Hey, Hugh.
Say, back in the 80s, with my ex, we did a lot of traveling in Europe, and one way to explore and see what would be interesting is every main city. We went to London, Rome, Paris, you name it. We got on the subway or the train and went to the end of the tracks where it stopped, part of the south, and got out. And it was kind of always very interesting, you know.
Wow.
Nowadays I wouldn't do it because I'd probably be a little bit too dangerous. But back in the late 70s, early 80s, it was kind of interesting. Just get on the old sub and sit there to the end of the ride and get out and look around and see what you can find.
Wow.
Great idea.
I almost did that once in New York. I fell asleep on the train.
Yeah.
And it was getting close to the end of the line.
Yeah. One of the most interesting places was Mexico City. It's such a population's unknown because they never take a census. It's so large. Got on a wonderful subway. In fact, the subways were made in Switzerland, and they ran on rubber wheels, and they were so quiet and fast. And we sat on that subway for, I would say, almost a half an hour, 45 minutes, and got way out no man's land in the middle of Mexico. It was such a wonderful experience in the mountains and that, so it was kind of neat doing that.
Wow, that is kind of cool. That is kind of cool.
Wow, that's really cool.
All right. Well, you know what we'll do? We'll continue this when we have Galen on the phone.
Oh, okay.
Because we have to take a break. Thank you, Hugh. Appreciate that. Yeah, so I've got a lot more ways that you can have the best summer ever. So far, we've talked about the parks, staying in a seaside inn, and exploring a city by bicycle. There are 21 total here. I've only told you 3 of them.
Okay.
So we'll do this when Galen is on the phone with us. This is a fun Friday morning, and you're listening to The Source, WOCA. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. Hackers from China under suspicion after a massive data breach affecting past and current federal workers.
As many as 4 million people could be affected. Sources are telling Fox News investigators are looking at the possibility the attack is linked to another attack in October involving the White House. China is denying responsibility. A spokesman for China's foreign ministry says the allegations are irresponsible and unscientific.
Fox Radio's Rachel Sutherland. Tornadoes ripping across parts of Colorado, destroying several homes near Denver and the town of Berthoud.
We actually saw the tornado from our front porch.
Their house survived, but 3 others were leveled and at least 24 damaged. Fire Chief Steve Charles and his crews spent the night
making sure that we locate all the homes that were hit and that we make sure that we find all the residents.
Fortunately, no one's been injured.
Brenda Stewart with Fox News Radio affiliate KOA in Denver. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Fox News Early Prime, breaking down business news and its impact on your bottom line. Your World with Neil Camuto.
That's how I do business. That's why I am business.
Bold positions and brash opinions on the topics America is buzzing about. The Five.
How do you think this will set in with the American people?
This will be the pulse of the nation.
Washington insight and political know-how from the best in the Beltway. Special report with Brett Baer.
The epicenter of the political world is here.
The #1 place for fair and balanced coverage. Fox News Channel.
What's wrong with working hard to make our lives and our kids' lives better? Nothing. At Fox Business, we don't have a problem with success. We have a very big problem with those who get in the way of it. We don't come out of the box bashing those who make money, just the politicians stealing it and the bureaucracies wasting it. We're not just sitting behind a desk. We're out in the field, on the floor, with the folks. Because when a story moves forward, so do we.
Fox Business, the power to prosper. Check your local listings.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at flooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Dean Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. In addition to our pasture mowing service, we also offer fence row spraying. Now is the perfect time to get ahead on weed control for an overall aesthetic appearance. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440 or online at powellgene, Gene, at yahoo.com. We are licensed and insured. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440.
Ooh, a xylophone. Sounds dreamy.
Yeah, they don't make them like this anymore, Robin. I'm shipping it to the Musical Historical Society.
And you're packing it like that?
What, this won't work?
Why don't you take it to the Personal Service Center at the corner of Northeast 25th Avenue and 24th Street in Ocala? Just look at the yellow signs.
Great idea. That'll save me a lot of time.
The passing of time.
Personal Service Center makes sending packages easy.
And quick. Call 789-6683
for the Personal Service Center.
If you're anything like I was, the thought of getting older was the last thing on your mind. But here we are. For me, it started slowly. The lack of energy, never being in the mood. And when I was, I could never perform at my best. I tried the pills and other treatments with minimal results, and all but given up on my sex life. Then I found the doctors at New Male Medical Center. Wow! Made a new male out of me. Feel like I'm 25 again. I have renewed vigor, so much more energy. No longer worry about my performance. New Male treated me like my situation was one of a kind. With a custom treatment plan, it really works. I feel great. They can create one for you too. It does not matter if you suffer from low testosterone, erectile dysfunction, or just want to last longer. New Male will help you.
Call New Male Medical Center today at 352-404-4779. 352-404-4779. That's 352-404-4779. It will change your life. 352-404-4779.
Loco Graphics would like to invite you to their second location on 200 next to Sonny's Barbecue. They are officially open to help you out with all your sign, vehicle wraps, and printing needs. Visit them and mention this ad for free business cards. We've got you covered, from business cards all the way to menus and flyers. Now 2 locations to better serve you. On Merricamp, half a mile east from Forest High School, and on 200 by Sonny's Barbecue. Loco Graphics, impacting your customers. Like us on Facebook.
All right, 5 minutes after 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in to The Source, WOCA. Galen Unold from LifeSouth Community Blood Center is on the phone this Friday morning. Good morning, Galen. How you doing?
Good morning, Larry, Robin. How are y'all?
Pretty good. Where are you right now?
I'm driving around in the so.
In where?
To go to this morning.
Oh wow, you're breaking up a lot. It sounded like you said Ocala.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in Ocala.
Oh, okay. So you have any plans for the weekend?
No.
No. You have any plans for donuts today? Oh, Galen, you're breaking up really bad. It's not
good.
Oh boy, it's hard to hear you. It's very in and out. In fact, I don't hear you at all right now. Anyway, today is National Donut. If you don't know, I think he hung up.
Yeah, he's not.
So you can get some free donuts. Just like last year, you can get a free donut with your coffee at Dunkin' Donuts today. Customers who purchase any beverage get a free donut of their choice, excluding croissant donuts and cheesecake squares.
Oh, I've not had those over there. Here's Galen.
And
here he is.
Galen, you there?
Yeah, is this any better?
It's so far it's better. Yeah.
All right. That's weird.
I was just basically mentioning today's National Donut Day. There's Krispy Kreme doing some free stuff. Donut Plant, New York City. Entenmann's giving out a full year's worth of donuts.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
We're signing up for that.
Cumberland Farms, Fractured Prune Donuts. I don't know that one. Fractured Prune Donut. And Lamar's Donuts. They're all doing free donuts today.
Fractured
What are
Prune.
Tastios doing anything?
That I don't know. Well, see, this is a national article here, so a local. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we should mention Tastios. It's like Ocala's favorite donut shop.
Yeah.
Oh, it's better than anything else. I love it better than Krispy Kreme or Dunkin' Donuts or anything.
See, since we moved over here, we don't get over there anymore.
Yeah.
I'm really happy that they take credit cards now.
Oh.
For a long time, they only took cash.
We used to have a little donut shop here in the mall. What happened to it? They disappeared?
I don't know. Those are those mini donuts or whatever it was called. Yeah.
When I said little, I meant the donuts. The shop was small too.
It was toward Belk, so I don't know if they're still there or not. Haven't been in the mall for a long time.
Anyway, donuts are a bad thing.
They're really good, though, aren't they?
I know they're really good. That's why they're.
No such thing as a healthy donut.
That's why they're bad. They're bad because they're good.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. I'll tell you what. For my lifestyle change, I could eat a dozen in a heartbeat. Big tall glass of cold milk, and I like Publix's donuts too. So. Yeah.
Oh really? You mean your lifestyle change prevents you from doing that? So that's what you mean?
It's just it's a choice that I make.
Okay.
I'm like, that's a lot of work in the gym.
Yeah. How much weight have you lost?
32 pounds.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Congratulate. That's hard. Very hard.
It's just been disciplined. It's been, I just ate so bad. You don't realize how bad you eat until you stop eating bad.
Yeah.
So.
No, I realize how bad I eat. I realize it. But anyway, so today's free donut day. Not free donut day, it's National Donut Day, and some places are offering free donuts. Let me tell you the Entenmann's deal.
Okay.
This is the fifth National Donut Day that they're participating in. I guess they jumped on the bandwagon late. They're teaming up with the Salvation Army. For each participant who enters the free donuts for a year sweepstakes on Facebook, Entenmann's will donate $1 to the Salvation Army. They hope to raise $30,000 doing this. And you need to do it before 11:59 Eastern Daylight Time on July 3rd. So you have all the way till July 3rd to do this.
Oh, okay. A lot of time.
The winner will be randomly selected. No purchase is necessary. Anyway, they want you to try
they're
there.
just looking for 30,000 new Facebook members.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. 30,000. That's exactly right.
No, I think it's fine. It just doesn't seem like a whole lot.
No. No, I thought the same
For a
thing.
national brand like Intamin's, right?
Right. What were we talking about the other day with Intamin's? Oh, it started out in Brooklyn.
The interesting.
Macaroons.
Oh, yeah, the chocolate-covered macaroons. That's right.
Yeah, macaroons.
It's the only place I ever remember
Macaroons.
getting them was in the Intamin's box.
Wow.
I don't remember.
I'll have to look next time I'm in the grocery store at Entenmann's and see if they have them there.
All right, so how's the blood supply right now? What do we need to know?
We're kind of staying at the same spot. We need type O pretty bad, and we need platelet donors. So kind of where we're at. Probably going to be that way for the summer.
For the summer. We have the best summer ever.
Yes, we do.
We're going to tell you about. All right. So donate blood, and where's the blue? Oh, we do that at the end. I can ask you right now. Where's
Trying to get rid of me?
No. I just was stumbling. Where's the blood mobile? We'll ask it again later.
Regal Cinema tonight. So we're out there, and great place for a Friday night. Donate blood, and then go sit and watch a movie.
Yeah, because it'll be nice and cool in there. You don't have to worry about passing out or anything.
You know, Woody Allen has a new one coming out. Woody Allen has a new movie every summer. Did you ever know this?
Not until you told me.
I haven't seen a Woody Allen movie in, I don't know, 20 years.
See, now everybody picks on me for not seeing movies, and I've seen a lot of his movies.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't get his humor. I don't understand him.
Well, that's important. Yeah, you kind of have to get it.
Yeah, I don't get it. So it's. Yeah.
But you get Seinfeld. Seinfeld is really not that different, except he has a different delivery.
Yeah.
I guess so. And sometimes when you find somebody funny, they're funny forever, no matter what they do is funny. Mm-hmm. And then when you find people who other people think are funny and you don't think they're funny, then they're never funny.
It never grows on you. Yeah, that can happen, yeah. Let me go to the phone. Good morning. You're on the air with Galen.
Hey, hello, listen, are you having trouble broadcasting? I'm not receiving you on FM or AM. It keeps going off and on.
Oh, really? I don't know.
That's why I called.
All right. I appreciate it, Ann. I don't know.
Okay. Well, it's been doing this for about 20 or 30 minutes.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Ann. I don't know. From my perspective, it's hard to tell.
I can hear you on my radio.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right.
Both AM and FM.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's Ann's radio then. All right.
Could be some interference.
So what else was it going to?
It's working.
Okay. So I thought of you this morning. There was before we get to how to have the best summer ever, because theme parks are part of a good summer, right?
Yeah.
I thought of Galen this morning because of all of the theme parks. Did you know this? That they've all gained in attendance except for SeaWorld. Did you know this?
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Absolutely.
SeaWorld dropped, and of course it's because of the movie, what's it called, Blackfish or something?
Yeah, that's one of the reasons, absolutely. That's the biggest reason. Sure.
Let's see. SeaWorld dropped 8%. They dropped 8%.
And I'm surprised it's not more than that. I know the one in San Diego's had more of a drop than the one in Orlando.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, I'm trying to look here. I don't see it. The number one theme park in the world is the Magic Kingdom in Disney World in Orlando.
Well, it's the greatest place on earth.
It's the number one theme park in the world, and the one that had the biggest jump was Universal Studios Orlando.
And that's because of the Harry Potter.
It is because of Harry Potter.
Whole Hogwarts.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. And I was just there a couple of weeks ago.
Wow, nice.
Amazing. Yeah.
But they've gained 17% of the market share. 17%. The Magic Kingdom gained 4%. They all gained, but Universal gained 17%. Universal Studios Orlando is the one. Universal Studios Hollywood gained 11%, so even that one went up.
Well, and they, the way they did it is both parks have a piece of Harry Potter. They were really smart in doing that. So, if you want to go to I don't know, whatever that village is called, it's on one side. And
Diagon, they call it Diagon or something.
Yeah, Diagon Alley is where the train goes.
That's it. Yeah, Diagon Alley. So it's really kind of interesting the way they did it. It was smart. It's really, really smart. So.
And let me go to the phone real quick. Good morning. You're on the air.
Yeah, good morning again, you guys. See, you've been going on and off on the air. It's not that lady's radio, it's mine too. But I wanted to mention real quickly, locally here, Wild Waters, I personally think that this is going to be the last year for the simple reason that they're charging $4 per person, $12 to get in there. I mean, a family of four, you're talking $60, $70. Who can afford it for one day in a park like that around here? It's impossible. Really? It's ridiculous.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's hard for them, but I mean, I understand that it's they've got to make a profit, but
yeah.
But you got a point.
Personally, I think this is going to be the last year for Wild Waters. And as far as I'm concerned, I've been over there. They had millions of dollars spent to do this, that, and whatnot. I don't see nothing happening other than they took the animals out. So it's kind of a disaster here, although it's a wonderful state park.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Yeah.
You got to remember that Wild Waters is completely separate than Silver Springs. So those were always two separate parks and run completely different. So
right.
Even though they were owned by the same people.
And right now the land is owned by the state. I think the park. Right. I don't know the politics behind it really. But I mean the bottom line is he's making sense because if it's too expensive, nobody's going to go.
Right. Exactly.
And they haven't had any major upgrades there. I mean, they closed down rides more than they opened them. They closed down the Hurricane. I think the only thing open now is the wave pool and the kiddie park. So.
No, I think the big slide is open. We've seen a lifeguard standing there by that big slide.
I have no idea. It looks like the slides are open. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Hey, again, that's good.
But he's making a really good point, and so are you, Galen. I mean, if the neighboring cities like Orlando have water parks that it just takes an hour and a half to get to them.
Yeah, like Wet and Wild.
And
those are $60. Those are $60 a person to get in. So.
Oh wow, I had no idea.
Yeah, but those are worth it.
I had no idea there were $60. Is that right? $60?
I got to look at that. Wow.
Do you realize how lucky we were when the kids were little? Galen, you want to hear a little story? We used to get free tickets to everything once upon a time.
Yeah. Sure.
And for the listeners, because Galen knows this because he's a radio guy, but basically they weren't really free tickets. What happened is you would do radio ads in exchange for tickets.
Right.
Okay. So we had this trade deal with Wet
and Wild.
Wet and Wild, the one in Orlando.
Yeah, it's a wonderful water park.
And they were going to send us like 400 tickets or something like that. We were going to run ads like all summer long for them. Mm-hmm. And they didn't have to pay anything, but we didn't and we could give away the tickets. We could use them for ourselves. It didn't matter. Mm-hmm. And I waited and I waited and I waited, and the tickets never showed up. Right?
Right.
So I called them up. I said, whatever happened to the tickets? And, oh, no, they never got there? Mm-hmm. All right, we'll take care of it. Thanks. I said, great. Like the next day, I got the 400 tickets. And then the next day, I got another 400 tickets.
Yeah, that was awesome.
So it's like I had 800 tickets that whole summer.
Yeah.
We were the best source at that time for tickets to that park. And
we had fun.
And our kids had just a blast that summer.
Yeah,
we were there all the time.
Friends, it was wonderful.
All right, let's take a little break and we'll be right back. I do have some more ways to have the best summer ever. We'll be right back with Galen.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Sunshine and some clouds today. A shower or thunderstorm around mainly this afternoon. Our high 85 to 90. Any showers or thunderstorms will die off this evening, and partly cloudy later tonight, low 68 to 72. Partly sunny tomorrow with a shower or thunderstorm, high 85 to 90. A few showers and thunderstorms Sunday with a high of 85 to 90. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Steve Travis.
R&D Tactical Solutions, Ocala's indoor gun range. 12 climate-controlled state-of-the-art lanes. R&D Tactical Solutions, full retail store, everything from firearms to CCW classes. Located next to the Supervisor of Elections. Open 9 to 7 weekdays, 9 to 5 Saturdays, and 10 to 4 Sundays. Call 622-7468. R&D Tactical Solutions, Ocala's indoor gun range. Call 622-7468.
I think I sabotaged my efforts to have the best garden in the neighborhood because I told my neighbor about Kenny's Place Nursery, and guess what? Now she has the best garden in the neighborhood, so I got to get down there. And they have some specials going on right now. 4-inch pots of marigolds, 2 for just $1. 3 gallons of night blooming jasmine for $7. And don't forget the Society garlic, a gallon for $3.75. Kenny's Place Nursery is at 7677 Southeast 41st Court here in Ocala. Give them a call at 867-1213 for Kenny's Place.
Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. In addition to our pasture mowing service, we also offer fence row spraying. Now is the perfect time to get ahead on weed control for an overall aesthetic appearance. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440 or online at powellgene, Gene, at yahoo.com. We are licensed and insured. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440.
There's a car accident in this country every 5 seconds. That's why Allstate thinks it's time for an entirely different kind of car insurance, with features like accident forgiveness and a safe driving bonus. It's called Your Choice Auto, and it's only from Allstate. Are you in good hands?
You deserve better. Sign up for Your Choice Auto from Allstate. Call the McDonald Agency today at 622-2333.
Features are optional, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Insurance, Northbrook, Illinois.
Putting the local back into radio. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. WOCA News. Variety. Information. Now. Keep your arms and legs on the inside at all times.
This is James Snyder, inviting you to join me each Sunday morning at 9:30 for Sunday Joy on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM.
1370 WOCA.
All right, 20 minutes after 8 o'clock, Galen Unold is on the phone from LifeSouth Community Blood Center. As always on a Friday, we're just kind of having a fun Friday morning, talking about everything under the sun. And I promise you, we talk about the ways to have the best summer ever. And so far, we've only given you 3 ways.
Oh, 3 ways could be fun.
3 ways from Tuesday. What's that title of that?
Oh, boy.
All right, so are you ready for some of these? The next one, so far, just because I don't know if you're listening, get to know your parks is what number 1 was, your national parks, your state parks, etc. Stay in a stylish seaside inn, like a motel, I guess, on the ocean or the Gulf. Explore a city by bicycle. That was number 3. Now, the number 4 is ride the newest roller coasters. Now, I think we have a couple of new ones around here, don't we? Do we have one on iDrive yet, or is that next year? Does anybody...
I don't know.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I don't stay abreast of all the updated roller coasters anymore.
Busch Gardens got a new one in last year, so.
Okay. So anyway,
there it is. I know they got a cheetah or something, right?
Yeah.
All right, now
my daughter loves that park.
Now the next one, I love this next one. We actually did this one time. Go on a photo safari.
Oh, that was such fun.
Go on a photo safari. I mean, you could let your mind imagine what that would mean. That you could go to some place where the animals are easy to get to, like a zoo.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you could just go, I guess, into the woods. See if you can take a hike. See if you can find an owl. See if you can find a
bird,
armadillo. What else you would see
Squirrel.
in the woods? You might see a raccoon.
Yeah.
Maybe go to a pet store.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, that's a great place. And on those same along those same lines, have a close encounter at an aquarium. I don't know. You like aquariums, but you don't like SeaWorld because of the shamus, right?
Right. Well, because of the dolphins and the whales and
the dolphins and the whales.
I mean, you're talking about an animal that travels on a yearly basis over 10,000 miles. You can't put them into a
So those are the ones that. So SeaWorld would improve their rating if they would just get rid of some of those. I mean, it does seem.
And then what do you have without Shamu? What do you have at SeaWorld?
Well, the other aquariums seem to survive.
Yeah, the one in Tampa.
I love those. Sure, and they're not theme parks. They're if you go and they're $15 to $20, and you could spend a day there, and really cool.
What is
like the Georgia Aquarium is beautiful. It really, really is. What they've done there is just amazing. And I have no problem with that.
What is the one in is it Clearwater or St. Pete?
St.
Clearwater's got one.
There's a real nice one down there. All right.
Yeah, there's.
Yeah, where that big ship is.
Now, you might think I would like this next one, but to be honest with you, this is boring to me, but other people like it. Browse through an outdoor art show.
Ooh, now I like that.
See, Robin likes it. Yeah. Galen, I think... I mean...
Yeah, like the one when it's down on the square and, the Ocala Art Festival, I like it just to see the different mediums that they use and the talent there.
There you go.
I wouldn't necessarily buy anything.
Yeah, I don't buy.
Appreciate it. You know what I mean? I can... And I guess that's the key word is to browse. So
yeah, because they're out of my league. I can't afford that.
All right, now this is from this
I
is,
like to brag.
They are expensive. This is from Travel and Leisure magazine. So this is a national publication, but I want to tell you what number 8 is, and then I think we have only one in Ocala. Have a sunset dinner at a rooftop restaurant.
Oh, nice.
And the only one I think we have in Ocala is Pie on Broadway, right? Which is,
yeah.
I mean, it's one story up.
right, exactly.
Which is okay.
Yeah,
It's just,
and you get a great view of the interstate.
so there you go. Here's another way to have the best summer ever. Upgrade your road trip. Listen to this. Remember the app we were talking about called Waze, W-A-Z-E?
Yes.
I love Waze. I use it almost every day.
Oh, really?
It's a phenomenal app.
So what do you use it for?
I'll use it from getting to from Ocala to Gainesville because it'll tell me if there's accidents or where the police officers are.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
If there's debris on the road. Yeah, construction. Love it.
Okay, so they're recommending you use Waze, I guess, for that reason, so that you would avoid. So a good summer vacation means you're avoiding those kind of things. But there's also, I don't know why it's connected to the same thing, but go to Airstream2Go, the number 2, and you can find out information about renting one of those big aluminum trailers.
Really?
What do they call them again? They call them Airstreams, right?
Travel
Airstreams.
trailers?
Yeah, like one of those
RV trailers?
One of those things you live in, yeah.
The silver ones they call Airstreams, the silver.
Your Airstream2Go, the rental Airstream, comes with a flat screen TV, camping chairs, tables, barbecue grills, plus a GMC Yukon Denali.
Yeah,
okay.
Call it.
Whatever that is. Okay.
Whatever that is.
RVing doesn't appeal to me at all. Just doesn't.
No?
I don't know. No, it's not my thing. I need a hotel. I need a shower.
All right, the next one you wouldn't like then is camp without roughing it. Camp without roughing it.
Oh.
To me, I don't know exactly what they mean, but that would be like a KOA. That's not roughing it.
That would be in the hotel.
All right, this is kind of a general one. Soak up the scenery. Don't drive past it all. That's a good idea.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah. I'll never forget.
It's not always available.
It's not always available. But I remember a roadside place I stopped when Alex was little and we stopped on a trip. We stopped like for a picnic on one of those roadside tables. And some, chipmunks. There was some chipmunks there.
Oh.
This was upstate New York.
How cute.
And you don't ever see chipmunks around here.
Mm-mm.
And yeah, they were just very cute and just right there.
Yeah, unless you go to Disney.
Simon and Theodore on TV all the time.
Yeah. Well, Chip and Dale at Disney World if you go down there.
Right. I mean, what other chipmunks are there?
Mm-hmm.
All right, number 12. Number 12 is catch a ball game. There's one you can do.
Yeah, I got a trip planned down to that place down where what we call Fenway South.
Do you know what Tom?
Nice.
Tom Schmitz.
My Red Sox are so bad right now.
Tom Schmitz yesterday was telling me that the Nassau Coliseum will be torn down this year or next year or something like that.
Yeah, it needs to. It's like 40 years old.
Okay, so so this is what he said
I'm older
too.
than that.
I said, why are they tearing it down? It's old. He said. I said they don't tear down the Empire State Building. They don't tear down the Pan Am Building or the what do you call it?
Yeah, the Chrysler Building. The difference is that those buildings are a lot more expensive, and they generate the same amount of revenue because you can change the inside. You just can't do much of the Nassau Coliseum because it's a little small by today's standards. They don't make as much money off of it because they don't have the luxury seating.
Okay, so that's the real reason. It's not because it's old.
Oh yeah, it's money. Oh no, it's money.
Oh, okay.
It's all about money.
I can tell you how many
no
seats.
bones about it.
17,000 is the number of seats, so that is small by today's standards. Yeah.
Well, and what they'll do is they'll probably keep it around 15 to 18,000 seats. But what they do is they put in luxury boxes. They improve the traffic. I mean, the bathrooms at some of those, like MSG, Madison Square Garden, the bathrooms are horrible and all that because now they have just, they understand people's traffic flow so much better. So.
Well,
and that's why they gutted Madison Square Garden and completely redid it.
I'm glad I got back to see the Coliseum before it was gone, though. So,
yeah.
It still looks the same. It's
but do you know
thing in the middle of a parking lot?
I was telling this to Robert just said we got no time at all to tell you this, but there's actually a full area under the parking lot where they used to have car shows. It's not a college. Were you familiar with that?
I wasn't.
Most people didn't know that. All right.
I've been to Nassau Coliseum several times. So.
All right. Galen, where's the Bloodmobile today?
We're at Regal Cinema.
Oh, that's right. That's right. And if you can get to LifeSouth, donate blood. They have the Bloodmobile. You can go next door to the Cascades on the Boulevard, and of course in Denellen by Winn-Dixie.
And go to Penn Flooring. Say hi.
Yeah, and thank Penn Flooring for sponsoring this. 1201 Southwest 17th Street. Have a great.
My friend Craig, he'll take care of you.
Thank you, Galen. Have a great weekend.
All right. Bye, y'all.
Fox News Radio. I'm Lillian Wu. Hackers from China under suspicion after a massive data breach affecting past and current federal workers.
As many as 4 million people could be affected. Sources are telling Fox News investigators are looking at the possibility the attack is linked to another attack in October involving the White House. China is denying responsibility. A spokesman for China's foreign ministry says the allegations are irresponsible and unscientific.
Fox Radio's Rachel Sutherland. Tornadoes ripping across parts of Colorado, destroying several homes near Denver and the town of Berthoud.
We actually saw the tornado from our front porch.
Their house survived, but 3 others were leveled and at least 24 damaged. Fire Chief Steve Charles and his crews spent the night
making sure that we locate all the homes that were hit and that we make sure that we find all the residents.
Fortunately, no one's been injured.
Brenda Stewart with Fox News Radio affiliate KOA in Denver. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Fox News Early Prime, breaking down business news and its impact on your bottom line. Your World with Neil Cavuto.
That's how I do business. That's why I am business.
Bold positions and brash opinions on the topics America is buzzing about. The Five.
How do you think this will set in with the American people?
This will be the pulse of the nation. Washington insight and political know-how from the best in the Beltway. Special report with Brett Baer.
The epicenter of the political world is here.
The #1 place for fair and balanced coverage. Fox News Channel.
What's wrong with working hard to make our lives and our kids' lives better? Nothing. At Fox Business, we don't have a problem with success. We have a very big problem with those who get in the way of it. We don't come out of the box bashing those who make money, just the politicians stealing it and the bureaucracies wasting it. We're not just sitting behind a desk. We're out in the field, on the floor, with the folks. Because when a story moves forward, so do we.
Fox Business, the power to prosper. Check your local listings.
Howdy, RL here for Dairy Queen. Spring is in the air, and so is the smell of meat cooking on our charbroiled grill. You want to treat yourself to one of our most excellent grilled chicken sandwiches or wraps, or maybe a foot-long all-beef chili dog, and wash it down with an Orange Julius fruit smoothie with many real fruit flavors. So come on down to Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
Are you one of those golfers that use the .coms to try to find the best deal available every day of the week? Well, why use a middleman? For $100, you can be a summer member at Pine Oaks of Ocala. And what do you get with your Pine Oaks membership? Well, you get to play all the golf that you want in the afternoons. And all you do is pay the cart fee. $8 for 9 holes or $12 for 18 holes. This is the golf deal of the summer. Don't miss it. That's the $100 summer membership at Pine Oaks of Ocala.
La Famiglia Pizzeria has moved into Ocala. Stop by today at 2504 Southeast 17th Street and see for yourself what everyone is talking about.
Awesome place. I never get pizza anywhere else.
Great New York style pizza and dishes.
Best pizza in Ocala.
One trip and you'll agree, La Famiglia Pizzeria is the best. La Famiglia Pizzeria. Stop by for a pizza that you'll love or call in and order yours for pickup. 352-245-2419. La Famiglia Pizzeria.
The classic musical My Fair Lady is live on stage at the Ocala Civic Theater beginning May 14th and running through June 7th. Directed and choreographed by Katrina Plouffe, you'll experience the immortal magic of Wouldn't It Be Loverly, The Rain in Spain, Get Me to the Church on Time, and so many more. Tickets are just $25 for adults and $12 for full-time students. For more information or to purchase tickets, call 352-236-2274 or go online to ocalacivictheater.com. I think I sabotaged my efforts to have the best garden in the neighborhood because I told my neighbor about Kenny's Place Nursery, and guess what? Now she has the best garden in the neighborhood, so I got to get down there. And they have some specials going on right now. 4-inch pots of marigolds, 2 for just $1. 3 gallons of night blooming jasmine for $7. And don't forget the Society garlic, a gallon for $3.75. Kenny's Place Nursery is at 7677 Southeast 41st Court here in Ocala. Give them a call at 867-1213 for Kenny's Place.
WWOCA, WWOCA.
If you want to avoid